Hey, what is up guys, Oblivious here, and today we are going to be doing a different video than usual. Today we are going to be playing H1Z1, and today is going to be how to start off H1Z1, like the things you need to know to actually, like, I guess improve, and just to start off basically, and like how I kind of made my, like, I mean, I'm not saying right now that I'm like really good, but I've definitely been improving by like just playing and like learning, I guess, which also you could do, but you might, like, I was actually, like, when I was starting out, I was like, fuck, I wonder what I can do to actually like get better quicker, I guess, and like I was trying to look up videos and stuff like that, and there was a few that like actually kind of helped me out for like a few different random things, but I decided I'm gonna make one for myself because I'm pretty sure H1Z1 is still very popular. And yeah, like right, I think they do seasons of like how you can get ranked on leaderboards and stuff. I'm not really sure, and I assume the second one's got to be starting like kind of soon. So I guess it's like semi-good timing. Yeah, so I have like 16 things I wrote down in a Word document that we're going to talk about. Like, I try to do them in order of like the first things you should really know. Okay, so the first thing that I said was that you shouldn't play like practice mode or whatever. They give you the option to either just go right into like the actual games or to practice mode. I don't recommend practice mode. I think it's a waste of time because like the kids, whoever just like it's basically you have respawns in King of the Kill. So basically like kids just kind of sit there, get all the loot like in the whole world, like the whole generated world, and then just kill you. So you don't really get a lot of actual practice with like weapons and stuff. At least that's what I learned from like playing for like probably 15 minutes or so. I was like, this is the biggest waste of time ever. So that was the first thing I would say don't do, is don't like play the practice mode. Just go right into the actual games. It really doesn't matter. You're just trying to get better for like the future, I guess, which will eventually happen after you just play a lot, which is actually gonna be like my last thing, is just like play a lot. So the first thing I want to say is that starting out, when you're parachuting in, yeah, obviously you move the arrow keys to like aim down, and you can kind of go to where you want to be. So I recommend when you're starting out, don't go to as populated areas, because like super major cities, or like you can see everyone parachuting to the same building, because to begin with, you're just gonna get like killed by royalty ones, which are like the highest rank in the game, I think. Like, yeah, so you're just gonna get killed by them. So I recommend going to like churches or like just single buildings, kind of like there's like bathrooms. Like, I know sometimes you're not going to get the best loot originally, but you're going to survive off the break, get like some of the basic necessities of like good loot and stuff like that, and then you can start going to the bigger buildings once people are dead, so you know it's actually safer, which, yes, you might not get all the loot because it's going to be gone, but I don't really know. So the next thing is the top right shows your, and also actually the third thing is that when you're parachuting down, also use your bracket keys, which are like on the right side of your keyboard, because if you use the right bracket, it increases your render distance, so you can actually see farther, and then the left one decreases your render distance. So when you're actually like what I do is when I'm spawning in, or like when I'm trying to like spot people, like maybe come through the gas or something like that, trying to pick off some kills, I go to like 1,000 render distance, or like 1,500 or so, and then when I'm actually just kind of driving around or like running around, I only go to 500 render distance, which is like the least you can go to, because then you get better like frames. Another thing is you also want to lower your quality, like all your settings. This is like, I'm pretty sure this is the lowest settings, I guess, and it's not even that bad. Like, there's no reason to have it on ultra settings, because the game, like, you don't really need the game to look that good. The next thing is the top right shows the map location, which it took me so long to kind of like find out where I was going. So you press M to use your map, and then you're like this. You're basically, they give you like a red square on the map, which is like you're in that zone, and like it's marked by like GE or G7 or something like that. So then and then you use your, like, when you're actually like looking around, the top right part of your screen actually has your like which direction you're facing. So then with that, kind of use your map in your cardinal directions to like north, south, east, west. Obviously north, up, south, bottom, east is to the right, and then the west to the left, to actually like, and then like when they actually tell you where the zone is or whatever, like the big green circle, you want to get inside the green circle, so you can actually just use that to actually like find out exactly where you need to go, like if you need to go northeast or north by northeast or something like that. Like, it helps a lot just knowing that. The next thing is just change around your sensitivity if you're not like really doing well. Like, I mean, obviously you're not going to do well like right off the bat unless you're just a G on the computer, but for me it took a while to like kind of find out like there's a different aim-in sensitivity, then there's like a scoped in with a sniper sensitivity, and then like there's a different walking around sensitivity, and like and then like driving sensitivity. There's literally so many sensitivities. Kind of just work them around, like, and kind of get what you want. Like, I kind of play on pretty low sensitivity for mostly everything, except for I think vehicle sensitivity is pretty high. Yeah, so you just want to kind of work that around until you actually find out what you want to get. Okay, so now we're gonna actually talk about like kind of the things you want to like kind of like loot for and stuff like that. So the first thing you want to get, I guess, is the first thing I try to get is immediately either a weapon, which is either a shotgun or an AR, or I mean, I guess you can, like, if you really just need kills at that very moment, I guess pick up like an AK or a pistol. But I only really recommend picking up shotguns and ARs. And then you want to start, but the other than the weapons, I guess you could say, like, you also want to get cars first. Just you press F to get in them, and then press tab once you're sitting in the vehicle, and take out the keys and the what's it called, the biofuel, so that no one else can steer your vehicle. And then you drive around and go to like a place you don't think you like would be that populated, and then start looting yourself. So then like no one else can use that vehicle unless they hotwire, but they're not really going to do that because it's just kind of worthless to do. So the next things you want are backpacks and helmets, I'd say. The tan military backpack and the there's like blue-orange backpacks. You can notice the difference because tan military backpacks are like thinner, and like the normal backpacks are kind of fat. So when you're looking around at them, like you want the thinner ones because they hold more things, and also when you salvage them, they make composite fabric, which you can use to make like makeshift armor, which is very important, which I obviously will get to in a second. Yeah, so what you want to do is I recommend trying to get like 2 or 3 tan backpacks, because one you actually want to use because it holds more, and then you want 2 more to salvage. So that, like, salvage also, if you right click on the thing when you're in the tab, you can salvage it, and then it gives you 4 composite fabrics. So if you have like 3 of them, you can salvage 2 of them and get 8 composite fabrics, which you need for makeshift armor, as I said before. So then so you want to get those. You also want to get helmets. Like, you obviously want to have one on, but I recommend like getting a bunch, and then you salvage those to get armor scraps. And then the last thing you need is duct tape, which you just find around. And then with all that, you go into the crafting menu, and then you can craft makeshift armor and stuff like that. And obviously that's like, you want to really just get backpack, weapon, helmet, and makeshift armor. That's what I really recommend. And then there's these things called laminate armors, which are just like laying around on the map in random places. They're semi-rare, and they're just like really, really good makeshift armor. So if you see one of those, definitely get it and put it on as opposed to the makeshift, I'm pretty sure. But and then also when you wave over the makeshifts and the laminated, you can see condition, and it gives like a percentage. I'm pretty sure it's like, if your laminate is on either 42 or 38%, if it's like that or lower, you don't want to use it because it's not as good as a makeshift at that point. So that's like literally a laminate armor is like twice as good as a makeshift armor. So yeah, but if it's, I think it's, yeah, I don't remember which one it is, but if it's one of those, it's actually just better to use a makeshift and just kind of throw away the lammy. Now, maybe not throw it away. Maybe if you like if you don't have another makeshift to like use, maybe I guess keep it until like your first makeshift goes away, and then you can bring out the other one. The next thing, I guess, is when you're actually like all looted up and stuff, I recommend having you get 3 slots for weapons, or I guess you could do more, but there's like I use like 3 slots for weapons, 1 shot for fists, and 1 shot for binoculars. I think that's what you kind of have to do. So I use 2 AR-15s and a shotgun, because the 2 AR-15s, they share ammo, I guess. So you want to have those if you're in a gunfight and you don't really like have time to reload. You can just like shoot all your guns in the first one and then just reload, I guess you could say. Like, as opposed to reloading, I mean, you can just switch to the other AR and then use all 30 of that, and then if you're missing 60 shots, you're pretty shit. I'm just kidding. But and then the other thing I use is a shotgun, because and make sure all these are loaded also, like as soon as you're done using them, load them, and then like I guess cancel, and then go to like do whatever you have to do. Because sometimes I always get into fights and I'm like, I forgot to reload, so I have 17 bullets in my AR, and then I end up dying because of it. And also, if you don't have like a shotgun or 2 ARs, like if you only have 1 AR and a shotgun, I recommend carrying a nade. I think they're the best for like zoning. Like there's Molotovs and smokes, but like I really don't find very much need into them, especially only beginning. But nades are very good for like if people are behind like a rock or something like that. Like if you're in like the finals, I guess you can toss it behind there and it'll kill them. Eventually, once you start playing, I guess you should start aiming for the head. I'm not really at that point yet to already start doing that. Like I'm kind of just aiming for like consistent body shots where I know I'm just gonna hit people. One other thing is if you press the T key, it goes to first person, which I really recommend for like close quarters gunfights, or like especially using a shotgun at close quarters. It's like so much. I think it's so much easier, and you'll see like a few clips in this this little montage, I guess you could say, of how to do that. And then that's really it. I think that's all 16 I have to say. If you're not really understanding, I apologize, but you'll as you play more, you'll understand everything I'm saying. And then like that's what I do, and that's also what I've seen on like Twitch if I watch someone play, like what they do. So I think that's like the best way to go about things. Yeah, so hope you're, and then eventually you can start like learning how to use like pro-coagulates or whatever, which like stop your bleeding immediately, which become important if you're like really getting a lot of kills like in a game. But like right now I'm about like where I usually get top 10, and then I get like somewhere between like 3 and 5 kills, which I'm pretty proud of, considering the fact the first probably like 20 games I played, I don't get like a kill. And I also I recommend don't be a pussy, I guess, because it's not really that fun to just like sit and survive until the last. I did that once. I'm pretty sure my second high score is me coming in second place, where I literally just laid and like moved as like the gas went in, and that was really it. But hope you guys enjoyed. This video is pretty long, it's 10 minutes, but if you're enjoying H1Z1, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more H1Z1. If I ever win games, I'll probably upload like the gameplay or something like that, which I'm getting very close to winning a game. I've gotten like second place a few times with like 5 or 6 kills, so they're actually not bad gameplays. And then eventually, once I actually like learn myself how to get better, I will start like getting more kills, obviously. And then I could, if I mean, my goal is to get like a 17 kill win. That would be like the goal, and that's what I'm going to be going for. Like, and the game actually starts getting a lot more fun once you actually understand it and actually start doing better. So listen to these steps, and I think it'll work out for you. Have a great day, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more H1Z1, and goodbye.